In the name of Allah, the most merciful and the most beneficent. Assalamu alaikum, your host SAEEDULLAH. So students, we have another very interesting lecture. This lecture is all about interclass. Interclass as like the poetry book, first poem, Seven Ages of Men. The Seven Ages of Men. The poet of this poem is William Shakespeare. Again William Shakespeare is coming in interclass, and the first poem is Seven Ages of Man. You might be very interestingly reading it. You will inshallah learn it as I giving the lectures to you. So the students, as I told you about As You Like It. As You Like It is the play. The play is William Shakespeare written 37 plays, like 38. So somehow the historians say, but students, As You Like It is the previously performed under the greenwood tree, as I told you, the forest of Harden, as the same song which was sung by, the song type. It's a song type, and the poem is a narrative poem. William Shakespeare, As You Like It play. In the As You Like It, the singer is Jackass, the Jackass who sings it melancholingly, very sadly sings it, and tells about to the people that the people who cherish about the wealth, ambition, the wealth, ambition, people are fighting about the, coming to the number one, the people who wants to come in number one, they want to get the cup, they want to get the wealth, the world. This poem, William Shakespeare says and tells in As You Like It, the world, this world is a stage. People are performing different acts, okay, in different acts. Before I start this poem to tell you in details, I want to tell you about, as I written something on the board, you must know about them as well. Come and look at the board, okay. Seven Ages of Man, it is the title of the poem, as William Shakespeare first poem in interclass. And the secondly, you can just look at here, As You Like It, it is the play. From this play these poems are taken. William Shakespeare is the poet of this poem, okay. So the performance was Act 2, Scene 7. So what type of the poem is it, students? It is a narrative type of the poem. What? Narrative type. What is narrative? What is narrative type of the poem is? It is written there. You may look at here, students. A form of poetry that tells a story. It's a type of a historic, okay, and the narrator performs it, and there is no any kind of rhythmic pattern. In this poem, you will not find rhythmic pattern, and as well as there is no any metered. So further, inshallah, we will start it. Seven Ages of Man. So it's very important knowing about seven ages of man. Man means people, human being, like we people are here. Childhood to a small child, a baby to old age. The person who is shriveling, is going to die, last stages, is on the bed, cannot move, cannot walk, cannot even talk. It's all about that. So students, let's know about seven ages of man in detail. Let's go, come on. So the students, what are the seven ages of men in the William Shakespeare poem? Let's look at the board and I will tell you. Number one, the number one stage of human being, a child form. Human being is in a child form, like a baby form. What William Shakespeare says in his narrative poem? Infant, little baby, mewling and pucking. Little baby who comes in this world performing is first stage, mewling, crying, crying and pucking. Okay, the second stage. Second stage, a schoolboy. Second is coming here. Schoolboy. Students, a small boy goes to the school. You know what William Shakespeare says in his poem? He says that a schoolboy goes to the school like a snail. It's a type of a small type of a reptile animal, goes on the floor with its dragging feet, and it goes like, you might be listening the dragging voice of my feet. So how I'm going, so a schoolboy goes like that. Sometimes he wants to go to school, sometimes he doesn't want to go to school. He goes to the school weepingly. So coming to the third stage, you know very well, lover stage. In this stage, this is the adolescent age stage. In this stage, a boy started to likes the colors, you know, a different type of the colors. In the world, the people mostly see, some people like white color, some people like green color, some people like orange color, in a form of color, you know. He likes color. When he looks anything, sometimes he says what a beautiful flower is, okay, what a beautiful building is, what a beautiful things are around. So it is a lover stage. More detail it will be in the poem, you will find it. So fourth stage is a soldier stage. In this stage, you know, in this stage, a student or a man, a young man who is having little bit mustaches on his face, like a pard. William Shakespeare says in poem, like a pard. Pard is old word, and modern English you can say leopard. Sometimes you will see the leopard very closely. It has a few mustaches on his face, so individually you will find them on the face. So this age, a boy has a pard type mustaches on his face. So it's like soldier, and it doesn't afraid of taking the odds. It doesn't afraid of fighting, okay, and takes big steps, and is thirsty. Is thirsty about what? Is thirsty about bubble reputation. You know, even though cannon's mouth, you means taking the big stages. This world, I would like to tell you that in this world, we people find sometime in newspapers, in news, like the people who are like while taking the selfie, boy died. You know, while taking selfie, boy died. How? Crashed under the train and fell in river. So such type of things comes, you know, by this, you know, this age, bubble repetition. So it's a bubble repetitions age, and in this age mostly the students they go for army, you know, army mostly that takes this type of the age. Students, boys, they are mostly recruited in army, okay. So further I will go on fifth stage. The fifth stage is justice. So when this age a boy comes, he thinks that he thinks about the people who are being willingly they are being robbed, their rights are snatched, and they are not giving justice in this world or in this country, in his city. So he mostly thinks about the wise saws. He thinks about wise saws, or even though he talks in a wisely, you know, he doesn't talk meaninglessly. He talks meaningful. When he talks in meaningfulness, he talks. And now coming to the like sixth number. In the sixth number, it's patron and old age. The old age, mostly the man is completely gone out of his mind, is gone out of his mind. He is no any strong memory. Okay, this age he has no strong memory. He forgets sometime. He takes food, sometime he eats food, takes lunch, and later on he says to the people from of his family or anyone else, did I take my lunch? Even though after 10 minutes before he has taken his lunch, after 10 minutes he forgets, even though he doesn't know that he has taken his lunch, or he has offered his prayer. He has offered, just now he offered his you can say that he offered his Zohar prayer, but again after 3 he's saying that at 3 he's saying, is there any azan, may I go for prayer? And the people of family say that no, you have just offered the prayer. So this stage is a petulant age. So coming to the last stage, this age is totally sad. This, when you come in this stage, mostly you people feel sad, because this is the facing imminent death. In this age, a man who is going to die, okay, he is on the bed, is completely weak, okay, eyesight is totally, he has no eyesight, even though no teeth is in his mouth, okay, completely, from his top to bottom is weakened, is completely weakened. So we can say that William Shakespeare says that sense teeth, no teeth, okay, without teeth, sense eyes, without eyesight, okay, hearing, no listening, and all those things. So inshallah I will also explain each line with its line to line. So hopefully you have understood my lecture, but inshallah I will talk about this lecture line to line and detail, and also मैं आपको translate करके हर line को inshallah अपने next video में आप तक पहुंचाऊंगा. This is Saeedullah. For now, thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.